to make sense of what I encountered during times of trouble, I sought many resources to learn about the concepts of various healing modalities of other cultures. I learned about the medicine wheel and how they believe life is a series of cyclical patterns and that energy and consciousness is encapsulated in all things. The cyclical patterns of the medicine wheels are called by some the four winds. The wind of the south, which seemed to be the phase of the path I was experiencing during these meetings with death. It was ongoing work to keep learning more and understanding at a deeper level why these tools helped people and how they could help me. Meeting and getting to know the winds of the south quadrant of the medicine wheel involves constant mulching and processing through painful memories and confrontations and then letting them go. This process has helped me to regain the sense of presence of peace and well-being. I recognized through the works of Villaldo that this sense of confrontation does not end for as long as we continue to live, because we continue to have experiences that we need to cycle through in order to plant ourselves anew in the present. To perform this work of the winds of the south, I have used many tools and devices that healers have supplied me with, all those that I have developed intuitively. It has been a painfully blessed lifelong journey thus far to continue to work through and release this old energy. Yet, I have found many spiritual tools and embodied many of the philosophies within the expressive arts which have all allowed me to process through the memories and purge the many emotions that are no longer pertinent to my current reality. I also learned through the course in Munich Shamanism as taught by Sharon Rammel on udemy.com. that the south portion of the medicine wheel is represented by a serpent who is said to teach us to unwrap ourselves from the layers of the past, just like the snake sheds their skin. I have also enjoyed the thought of the serpent moving upon the belly of the earth and understanding everything about this physical plane through that connection, and as a part of my own personal sense of the beauty way, I have come to see that part of living and dying involves perpetually embarking on the circles of life and having an honoring relationship with the earth itself. Considering also that a serpent unsheathes its old skin helped me to cultivate an increased sensitivity toward all things on the earth and in the cosmos surrounding us, and how we are all energetically imbued with the universal life force, and yet we are also in the process of dying off and renewing ourselves. In Sharon Rammel's course we are invited to imagine the serpent wrapping us in the coils of light and energy and feeling embraced by the cosmic sea, which is also represented by the waterways we encounter, and the mystery contained within. There are allusions also to the Kundalini, which is described in chakra studies as a waiting and mighty energetic serpent lying in wait in the root chakras until we can find ways to cleanse and spin our chakras from bottom to top, and only then can it unwind and bridge us from the divine to the physical and completely heal us top to bottom, inside and out. It is said that when the energy can cleanly reach from that bottom to that top, it represents the spark of divine connection of source energy coming into our physical being and connecting us with all things. When one has come to find the tools and has performed the cleansing work of shedding these skins, then there is an opportunity for us to encounter the winds of the West. The winds of the West come to teach us how to dance fearlessly between the realms of life and death, and this direction of the medicine wheel is representative of Mother Sister Jaguar. She stalks us when we are ready to do the work of the West, but she is there to help us to lose our fear of death by teaching us what it means to transition from the realms of physical and into the realms beyond. This doesn't mean through this process that we lose bearings or connection to the physical realms, but that we come to know the passages so that we are no longer afraid when our time of passage arrives. In a sense, we are taught that there is no real death, because as energetic beings there is always a resonance of energy that remains, and a memory of oneself is a part of this prevailing energetic resonance at a foundational level. In Munich Shamanism as taught by Sharon Rammel, the Mother Sister Jaguar helps us to learn to ingest our fear, guilt, protection, devour energy that does not belong to us, and to allow us to move beyond fear, anger, death, guilt, shame and mythologies and beliefs that no longer serve us. The jaguar helps us to live as peaceful warriors and impeccable beings, support ourselves in asking for and receiving what we desire. Create from a place of love. There are many things that we can learn about life through death encounters and through near-death experiences. I have found that rudimentarily, we are all here only as physical manifestations of the ethers themselves, and when this skin and bone all away, there is only that intangible and hard to grasp essence that is left to dissipate. We many need to encounter a lifelong journey of healing to ever come to terms with the end wholly, but perhaps that is what the journey is all about anyways. I have found a great deal of solace in holding on to the beliefs of shamanism and how it seems to offer pre-scripted parables and metaphors for life. It is something to hold on to as we develop our own belief systems, much as other faith systems provide us with a guiding force when we are prone and in need. I sense that we are all seeking something to grasp hold of to help see us through in order to make sense of life and death and all things in between. I find that is a part of my personal definition of the beauty way. I am very enamored with the idea of shamanism and psychology as ways of making sense of how my life matters in the bigger picture and how I am connected to many other life forces and therefore not alone. I invite you to explore both shamanism and psychology more for yourself if you find that it is healing for you to have learned these little snippets of knowledge yourself.